Hi guys, what's up? I'm back. I know I haven't been on YouTube in a while, but I'm hoping that for the new year I can start posting more consistently again and growing more on YouTube as a platform. Over the Christmas break, I have been working on a lot of new things for my business this year, and I have a lot of exciting things planned. For Christmas, I got a Cricut hat press and a sewing machine. So that definitely came with a few new ideas that I am going to be working on for my shop. First things first, I got a Cricut hat press, as I said. So I am planning on bringing hats to the shop. I'm not sure which kind of hats. I have to dig into what I can find for sublimation, but I definitely already have a few ideas planned. I'm gonna have some sketches, some ideas, make up some different types of hats, and start using my hat press. One big thing I'm excited about is my sewing machine. I have been looking into a sewing machine for a little while. A few months back, I was thinking about getting one to make wristlet keychains. I ended up not doing that, just focusing on what I had, but my dad surprised me with this sewing machine, a Singer sewing machine, for Christmas. So I am hoping to bring wristlets, scrunchies, pencil pouches, dog collars, dog leashes, and dog bandanas. Those are kind of what I'm working towards right now. I got all of the hardware pieces for dog collars and leashes. They came in yesterday. I am still working through making the pencil pouches. I have one more thing I need to get to start making those. I've been looking into fabric and getting thread, how to thread my sewing machine, getting into the nitty-gritty of how to use it, how to get started on my sewing machine so I can start making many things for you guys. On top of that, I have also been, over the Christmas break, I have also been working on crocheting a lot more. I was only crocheting small things that are in my shop right now, which I plan on completely redoing with a different yarn. I was originally using just Chanel yarn from Premier that came from the dollar store, but I then decided to switch over. I started getting some yarn from Michael's Sweet Snuggles Light. I even ordered some Premier Parfait Chunky from their website, and I started working on things and I like it much better, so I'm going to switch everything over. But one of the big things that I was working on was a sunflower pillow out of crochet. This was my first attempt. The pattern I got for free from Wonder Crochet on her blog. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to make this pillow. But I didn't stuff it enough. I used too big of a crochet hook. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted. So I tried again and I used a different yarn for the leaves because this is Sweet Snuggles Light. And I switched over to Bernat Blanket in gold. And I used the same brown, and it came out much better the second time. After having some more tries with some other patterns as well, got it much fluffier, and there's barely any holes. I did use an 8mm on this with the size 6. I think that crochet hook might have been too big because there are definitely still some gaps in this, but much better than I had before. So I'm glad I was finally able to do a bigger project for crochet. After getting into that, I wanted to get into bigger plushies I can make instead of just small ones for cheaper. So I looked into plushies and I decided to do plushies for my sister and my mom and my dad for Christmas. So for my sister, this is Stitch. I have done just about all of it. I just have to make the eyes and the ears, add all the felt details, which I just got the felt. I was finally able to find it. Everyone was out of stock everywhere, but I was able to get the color felts I need for hers and my mom's plushie. I plan on doing the Grinch for my mom. I am waiting for the yarn to come in. I ordered the new Big Twist Posh yarn from Joann's, and I'm gonna use their bright green that they have. I think it's called Glow Warm. Here, this is the yarn that I am using. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. But once I do that, I can make her Grinch. The Grinch and the Stitch plushie are also free patterns on Wonder Crochet's blog. So I will make sure I have all of those separate links in the description for you guys if you want to make your own version of these plushies. I also tried another plushie from a different blog. It is a horse pattern, and this brown here is from Premier Parfait. I ordered some of their yarn to do this stitch. So this was my first attempt at doing it, and it did not turn out so great. I actually didn't have enough of the Premier Parfait yarn. I should have ordered 2 rolls instead of 1. So then I switched to just Chanel yarn, and I don't like that because it's very big, because there's a huge difference in size between these 2 yarns, and there's just holes everywhere. And I recently posted a video on my Instagram sewing this nose on one of my reels, and someone commented on it that I was using too big of a hook, because you can see there's still some holes in here. So I've been using an 8mm for the bigger yarns, and I switched over to 6.5mm to try and get it better, and I was able to make this. Now this yarn is from Michael's, the Sweet Snuggles Light, in whatever their brown version is called. So I went ahead with that because you get like 218 yards instead of 131. So I wanted to make sure 100% I had enough yarn, and I did. The cream is also Sweet Snuggles Light, and then the brown, like I said, is from Premier Parfait, their Parfait Chunky Brown yarn, and it came out so much better. It's so much tighter, and I stuffed it more, and it's much better than the first try that I did, and it looks amazing, and I love it. It did take a long time to do, but it sits like this, and she is so cute. I love her so much. So I'm just glad I was able to use the right crochet hook, so I hopefully can start making some bigger plushies, some actual plushies like characters and stuff like that. I can start working on to add to my shop. My main goals for 2024, since the new year just came around, I would like to post more consistently on Instagram and TikTok, which I have been doing. I've been posting every single day. I would also like to post on YouTube at least 1 video a week, which I used to do on Sundays. At a minimum 1 video, maybe 2. Do more than just vlogs. I would like to do other videos as well for you guys. So I'm hoping with all these new projects that I'm working on that I will have a lot more videos for you guys. Another big thing that I am working on this year is a crochet temperature blanket. I don't know if you guys have seen or heard of these before, but a lot of people in the crochet industry, they like to make a temperature blanket throughout the entire year, and I decided that this year I would finally do it. So I went ahead and I had most of the color yarns. I only needed to buy 2 to make this, and it's a 10-degree difference. So 20 degrees or less is purple, and then each 10 degree until you get to red, which is 91 degrees and above. So each day I record what the high temperature was in my area, what it was for me. So here it is, the first week since it is Sunday. I've been writing down the highs, and each day I crochet a row to make a temperature blanket. So this is the beginning. So the first, it was 69 degrees for the high, so it was in yellow, and then it jumped down to the 50s for the next 3 days, so then there's a green, went back up to the 60s. On Friday, went back up to the 60s, so yellow. Yesterday, it was 70s, so I got to put my first row of orange, and then today, it went back down to the 50s, so another row of green. So this is my crochet blanket for the first week. I know it is very big. It's 170 stitches, so it's definitely long enough to be a blanket. I will have a blanket at the end of the year. It has the recordings of every high for every day in the year 2024. I am posting on my Instagram story every day. I made a highlight here for my 2024 temperature blanket. So every day I'm posting on my story what the temperature was, what day we're on. So it says day 7. Here it says day 7 of my temperature blanket, and then it says what the temperature was and what color it is, and then you see me crocheting a bit of it. So I did make a highlight of that on my Instagram page. So when it comes to the end of the year, you can click on it. You can see every single day of me making the crochet blanket, and then it'll be the end result at the end. Those are my main goals for my business. It's just posting more consistently and growing more and expanding the products that I have in my shop. That is pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my plans and, you know, the future of Crafts Made by Kat. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.